Going on, Steve?
Was it?
Good evening. How are you, sir?
I'm good.
Good.
So, guys, as Mike is getting set up here, what we're doing is I'm going to share with you the follow-up to what we talked about the other night. Now, the company that we are rolling out is Wealth Generators. However, we're rolling out, for as far as our company is concerned, only one aspect, which is the Rise product, which I shared with you last week. I'm going to have Mike share that again. And then for those of you that ask the questions, can you make money with other people? Only this particular group will be able to do so. I'm not going to roll that out to the whole group yet. You guys are going to be like the beta testers. Give it to January. We see how it goes, see how it's flowing, make sure everything is flowing right, and then we'll roll it out to the whole group. But we'll then have a story to tell because we'll be able to share what it has done for us over the next 2 months. Mike is someone I've known for a couple of years now, created a great relationship. As I stated earlier on, this whole business industry that we're in is all about relationships. And Mike is a very integral individual, understands comp plans. When we first went over to the travel company, he was the guy we were directed to that you want to know the comp plan, he knows it. We sat down. He probably spent about an hour, almost 2 hours, explaining that plan when we first got started over there. And we remained friends from that point. And when he went over to this company, him and I remained close and in communication for the last, matter of fact, almost 2 years now. Because I believe when he first went there is when we started AGS. And I watched some things happen, and just like any other company, they had some trials and errors. And even when people left him, he stayed true to his cause and true to his people, and despite of personal problems, which I appreciate, which I definitely can understand. So the time, and over the last year or so, he was able to share with me this new technology. He was always sharing with me the new things that's coming out, and everything he has shared with me has been right spot on. And one thing you guys know me, I won't roll nothing out to nobody unless I myself have tried it or is trying it. And after watching him for a year and a half, met him out in Atlanta. Matter of fact, we met at 3 o'clock in the morning one day. I said, Mike, I called him at the hotel, man, at 3 o'clock in the morning. I know. He said, I'll be right over.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, Mike, I'm going to turn over to you. Thank you, sir, for all that you do. And Mike will be here with us in Jersey on the 28th when we roll out the Flip That House, and we're going to introduce this product to the masses on the 28th. But you guys got the first look, and he's going to share it all with you. This is an open meeting, so I'll make sure we're unmuted so we all can hear and see each other. If you unmute or show your screen, everybody can see and hear you. So when he's done it, you'll be able to answer your questions. So, Mike, I turn over to you.
All right, fantastic, Dwayne. First of all, I appreciate you on a personal level, just having the opportunity to get to know you and your family these last couple of years and staying in contact, touching bases every 60 days or so, just seeing how everybody was doing. It's been really fantastic. So I'm glad to have a chance to speak with your group today on what we're doing and why I think it is really like a 3-point system to $1 million, for everybody that's dialed into the session today. And I'll explain what I mean by that here in a second. So I'm gonna jump into the information. I'm gonna do it in 2 forms. Number one, I'm gonna talk specifically about the part of the service that you guys are gonna roll out at the end of the month. And then I wanna add another layer on top of that, that the other folks that will see the presentation at the end of the month, they won't get a chance to see this part of it, but I want you to be at least exposed to it so you'll have an idea of some of the additional things that are behind the scenes and that will be available to this group as well. So let me grab my slides here. Did you turn it over to me, Dwayne, control. Oh, let's see. Okay, I got it. All right. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so I'm gonna start at the beginning, but I'm gonna kind of skip through a couple of things that I think you guys will probably catch on fast. So, our whole approach to the marketplace is providing financial freedom through different tools and technology, innovative technology. And so we call it, in pursuit of financial freedom. We based our message to the marketplace based off 3 pillars. The number one is information. We believe in giving people the right information as an insider that they ordinarily would not have access to. We want to give them information so they can then make an informed decision on if it's something that they're going to participate in. The second thing is we believe in systems. We believe in giving people an opportunity to utilize our technology and our systems to make money for them, because we know systems level the playing field. It doesn't matter where you're from or what your background is. Systems is an equalizer for everybody. And the third and final thing is leverage. Our whole point is to create assets that make money for us. End of the day, because at some point we all want to take our foot off the gas and still make money, and that happens through leverage. And so all of our services that we bring to the marketplace in some form or fashion create an opportunity to have leverage. And then, of course, we talk about some different truths. We lean on Warren Buffett. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you're going to work until the day that you die. We love leaning on that concept. What I'm going to talk to you today is about our company, Wealth Generators, over 3-year track record in the marketplace. We use third-party audit companies to validate our information so people don't have to take us for face value. They can do a ton of research validating what we talk about. We do a great job of providing transparency to the marketplace. So everything that I'm sharing with you today in terms of numbers, you can go right into your computer tonight and actually validate what I'm saying. We are a publicly traded company in over 73 countries, and we operate obviously in a $5 trillion a day industry. And so our whole thing is systems, education, and leverage. Quick recap. So we believe that if we teach people how to do these 3 things, that they'll be better off in life. We want to teach them how to find more money that they don't know they have. We want to teach them how to grow their money. And then obviously we want to teach them how to keep it. So we go based our philosophies on find, grow, and keep. So the first aspect of our system is what we call WG Money. This is really like an entire university that's spearheaded by one of America's money mentors. You can Google Ross Jardine, and you'll see that he's been, written up in probably every major financial periodical out there. And he put together this entire program of bite-sized videos where people can go in and in 4 to 5 minutes see the best strategies for getting out of debt, or the best strategies for creating a budget, or the best strategies for paying themselves first, and all the things that we know from personal development. He's teaching that through this series called WG Money. The next thing is our grow, and this is basically where I'm going to spend the bulk of my time. So our grow aspect is really a snapshot of all of the different services that we are bringing to the marketplace, some of which are domestic related, meaning equities on the stock market, and some of them are international, meaning in foreign currencies. And so the tip of the sword for us is this very first product right here, which is called Rise. This is the product that I'll be sharing on November the 28th with your audience, because Rise is a technology that utilizes a set it and forget it model, and it allows people to literally put what they would normally have in a checking or savings account in terms of money. It allows them to put it on steroids, and I'm going to give you some real life examples here in a second. And so what Rise does, it takes a deposit that a person would have. You put it in our international broker account. It doesn't cost you anything to set up. And what it does is it takes that deposit per customer and puts it into the foreign exchange marketplace. Our software does what's called cluster trading. And so normally, many of you that have a financial background, that if you're going to do investments in the Forex marketplace and really make some moves, you got to have somewhere between 100,000, 250,000 liquid to make to make it move. But what our technology does, it does cluster trading. So it can take a deposit in any given week that's done by a person who may only have $500. It'll cluster that deposit with a person who has 5,000, 10,000, or 50,000, and put that money into the marketplace as one trade. And then what happens when the technology goes and performs in its 30-day window, whether it's doing 2, 3, 4, 5, 6%, or whatever the case may be, when it fractionalizes the profits, it fractionalizes it accordingly. So if the person put in 50,000, if the profits were 6%, then they'll make 6% of 50,000. The person who put in 500 will make 6% of 500, and etc. So it's smart enough to be able to fractionize the profits while it's doing cluster trades as well. And so what Rise does is that we've been running this technology for over 3 years, and every single day has been returning profits. And so part of our presentation is to show validation of that, because when people start seeing and understanding what's happening, typically they don't believe it, right? So what I want to do is I want to go to my Google real quick and just kind of show you the real life audit and then some of the real life account. So here is my Google. Well, I went to the auditor, which is myfxbook.com. So this is a third-party audit company that's been auditing our master account for quite some time. You can see here that the technology is Rise 2.0, the second release of our software. The broker that we use is an international broker called Capital City Markets, which is right here. And then if I scroll down, you'll see here that on our master account, the gains is over 22.75%. That's the gain so far on our master account, which is pretty great. So this is the same thing. All of our customers are in, and if you had started at the very beginning of this audit, you'd be up 22% on your deposit. Now, what you can also see here is that the balance. You can see here that the technology is managing a little over $3 million right now as we speak. So right now, it's using $3 million into the marketplace for our customers. And it's going out there utilizing its artificial intelligence as well as the different strategies it uses to make money. When I scroll down, you can see here that the total amount of deposits, right around 3.6 million, have been made. Some people are, on a short-term cycle. So every 90 to 120 days, they may pull their profits out and leave their principal. That's totally up to the customer because they're in full control. So here you can see about $866,000 has been withdrawn out of the account, and people are, doing whatever they want to do with their proceeds. This audit report was updated 1 hour ago, so roughly 8:45 Eastern time it was updated. And this is the great thing about it, is real time for the most part. Now, the thing that makes it so special is down here when you go to advanced statistics. When you go to advanced statistics, you can click on this link right here that says daily. And what happens right here is that what makes our technology so special is that if a person was utilizing a traditional broker, they would typically spend, that person as a broker, a accredited broker, would do about 4 or 5 trades a day based on where they see the market going and their decades of experience. But what our technology does, instead of doing 4 or 5 trades a day, what it's doing thousands of trades a day for our customers. So if you take a look at Monday, you'll see here that it did 1,100 trades on Monday. Now, one of the things that we always tell people is that you never tell a person that you're guaranteed not to lose. If obviously you all know, if someone says that we got to run the other way as fast as we can because they're probably lying or some type of Ponzi scheme. So with our technology, we're doing thousands of trades a day. You can see here that the results are color coded. So every the green are winning trades and the purple are losing trades. So if you take a look at Monday, you will see that the technology did 386 trades on Monday that were losing trades. But it also did 804 trades on Monday that were winning trades. So it won more trades than it lost. Same thing on Tuesday, it did 1,400 trades. 496 of those were losing trades, but 961 were winning trades. Same thing on Wednesday, 494 losing trades, and then 1,100 winning trades. So every single day, as you can see, is color coded. The software is smart enough to make sure that it closes the day winning more trades than it loses. So therefore, with confidence, we can talk about every customer that's participating in this technology that they're going to win every day. Now, are they winning every trade? Absolutely not. But their net profit is a win or a gain because the software wins every day. And then you can break it down per hour by clicking on the hourly tab. And obviously, without going through each hour in the 24-hour window that you see here, you can see just based on the color code that it's got more green than purple every single hour, okay? And so therefore, once you extrapolate the algorithm, if it's winning every trade, every day and every hour, then it's probably winning every week and every month and every year. So therefore, we know that we have something special on our hands, because once people understand that, of course, it's not guaranteed, but the track record simply speaks for itself. And so we're using this part of our technology as the tip of the sword, showing people, hey, look, if you never had an opportunity to have your money work for you, this is probably the closest thing to a sure bet that you're ever going to get. And prior to now, you probably never received the information or an invite to participate in a club that will allow you to put $500 in if that's all you had, but $50,000 in if that's what you want, right? And so this is what we're bringing to the marketplace. And as I was sharing with Dwayne, we had about 1,600 people join last month just on this one product alone. Like 1,600 people bought the service alone, okay? And so that's what has us so excited, because we know just on the track record, our personal accounts are doing amazing, but the track record itself are pretty special. So let me just jump over really quick and show you my personal account. I'm just going to log into the broker real quick, and then I'll get back to the slides. So I'm on Capital City Markets site. I'm going to log in here. Everybody, you'll get your own client portal with the service when you enroll. So once you enroll, you enter the client portal. You have to provide standard KYC documents, know your customer documents, as if you open up a traditional checking or savings account or something like that, or a broker account. Same thing for this international broker account. But because I have mine set up as a business, I had to provide 7 forms of ID as opposed to the traditional 3 forms of ID, which is photo ID, proof of address, and proof of banking. But mine is a business, so I had to do articles of incorporation, business statements, and things of that nature. One of the great things about what we're doing, I'll show you really quickly, is that people ask about, how your funds secured. One of the things that I love is that our broker uses 8 of the top 10 tier banks around the world. So when you make your deposit, you will see that it's not just sitting in one bank. So if some world catastrophe was to happen, you don't have to worry about being exposed because something happened in North Korea or what have you. So you can see here that these are 8 of the top 10 tier banks around the world that we use distributed funds. So of course, JP Chase Morgan is one of them. Bank of America is one of them. But Barclays, Capital, BNP, all of these, the Swiss bank out of Austria. And so these are accredited banks. And you can see the distribution of funds over here on the right-hand side as well. And so that's where my money's sitting in all of these different banks. So that's how we secure our people's funds, making sure that they're not sitting in one location. So, excuse me. So I'm going to go over here real quickly to live accounts. And so here's what the algorithm does. So you heard me say that it does, instead of 4 or 5 trades a day like a traditional broker, it literally does thousands of trades a day on behalf of our customers. And what it does is for every customer, it keeps a ledger of exactly what is trading and when it's trading. So if a person really wanted to get in here and understand what it's doing, they have the liberty to do so. So I just went to the top of my ledger, and you can see here that on February the 15th, I put a deposit of $3,000 into the account, right? This was really my test account. I just kind of want to see how it worked, and the only way to be a product of the product is to do it myself. So I put $3,000 in on February the 15th. And then you can see here that it immediately started to buy the following Sunday. So what happens when you make a deposit, whether you make it on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, the technology will start trading at 5 p.m. the following Sunday after your deposit. Okay, so here you can see it started buying. If you want to research and Google this, you can actually Google this and see what it bought here. You can Google this and see what it bought here. But the algorithm is literally designed to purchase 4 currencies and 2 commodities, and those commodities are gold and silver versus the US dollar. And so it just does, thousands and thousands of trades a day. And then when it finds an opportunity or the best opportunity to sell, that's exactly what it does. It sells. And it just keeps this ledger, this running ledger for you. So obviously you could, keep track of that yourself. I typically at this point log in once a week on Mondays, and I check my performance. But let me just go down to the bottom and I'll jump into the presentation. So here you can see I made my initial deposit of $300, $3,000, excuse me. And my account up until this point has closed profits of over $570. So this account has made $570 of profits of what my money just sitting in there. Okay, now this is the same $3,000 that was sitting in an account here in the US, making 1% for the year. It's now made over 570 bucks. Now what happened is that people kept asking me, well, Mike, how long does it take you to make a withdrawal? And I kept saying I didn't know because I didn't take any money out. So what I did about a month or so ago is I requested a withdrawal of about $1,000. And I did it on a Friday at 3 p.m. And by Tuesday morning, this $1,000 was in my bank account here in the US. And so that's why when you look at my current balance, you'll see that my current balance is right at $2,500. That's minus the $1,000 I took out, but plus my current profits that I've made. So my current balance, 2,500 bucks. Now here's the cool thing about how the algorithm works. And one of the questions that people have a tendency to ask is, what is my exposure like? So if this computer is using my money to go out there and make profits for me, how much of my money is exposed at any given time? Well, you can actually look right here and see exactly what's exposed right now today. So you can see that the equity in my account is sitting at right at $2,400. Why is it $2,400? Because right now my open ledger is 106. So right now this software has $106 of my money in the marketplace. So I only have $2,400 in equity. But if you add the 2,400 plus the 106 what's in the market, that would be my current balance. So if you're doing the math, you just divide 106 by the 2,400, and you'll see that only 4% of my money right now is actually exposed. So worst case scenario, some catastrophe happened, my only exposure is 4%. And so that's what we love about it, is that it's not a technology that's swinging for the fence, or a person's going to get a 50 or 60% return in 30 days. It just doesn't work like that. But it's methodical, and it's growing your money every hour and every day, as you saw in the auto report. Okay, and so that's our tip of the sword, Rise Technology, how it works and what it's doing behind the scenes. And for those that are taking notes, you can actually go to this site yourself. It's online, myfxbook.com. And all you got to do is, when you get to the site, go here to the magnifying glass and type in our technology name, which is Rise 2.0, and it'll pull up our master account and show you exactly what I seen, or what I just showed you today in real time as well. Okay, so that's what we're going to bring to the marketplace in November when we get to New Jersey. Now let me switch back over really quickly to the slide deck. Okay, so that's why Rise is the tip of the sword for us, because we know that if we make the utilization of that particular technology the tip of the sword, then we can with confidence stand in front of the room and say everybody that's working with us is making money. Whether they can sell or whether they can recruit, it doesn't matter. They're all making money because they're all using the service. And so on the marketing side, it gives us an opportunity to help that person who is green in the industry and haven't mastered the skills to share the plan, or haven't mastered the skills to do other things. then at least we know that they're making money with us in business. And you all know the statistics, how many people that are part of your marketing team are making money. Very few, right? And you all know the statistics on the customer side. How many of your customers are making more money than they're spending? Not very many of them are either. And so the great thing about this particular technology, the way that we're rolling it out with Dwayne here in the company, is that this particular service is going to be set up a la carte. So it won't have a monthly fee. The customer, I think Dwayne can talk about the different price options, but right now, a person could join this program for $129 one time, no monthly fee, and they can literally make a deposit from $500 to $1,500 into that broker account, and it's literally going to go to work for them. So they don't got to worry about anything hitting their checking and savings account on a monthly basis. The technology is taking their money at whatever level it is between $500 and $1,500 and making profits for them daily and hourly, as I just indicated. So that's the message that we're going to deliver in New Jersey to the marketplace, which is amazing. So just that message alone, as I indicated, we signed up 1,600 people last month with that. Okay. Now that's the end of that part. So Dwayne, I don't know if you want me to pause real quick and answer questions about that before I go into the other services that are available that do require a monthly fee and things of that nature. Do you want me to pause for a quick second?
Yeah, man. The system's live, so everybody can unmute. If they got any questions, they can just ask it. It is set up as a meeting. So anybody got any questions, just unmute your line and ask Mike any questions before you move on.
Okay. Sounds like everybody's tracking with the ideas right now. So I appreciate that. And if you do have some questions, just raise your hand or what have you, drop a comment. I think I should be able to see it here on the screen. So that's the first message to market. Low barrier of entry, no monthly fee, and the customer win. Right? That's what we breed. That's the concept we're delivering. Low barrier of entry, 129, no monthly fee, and the customers win because they're making money. Okay. Now we have these other services that are at our beck and call as well, that are literally put your ability to grow your assets on steroids. And so we have some hands-on technology like this FX1. This FX1 is a foreign exchange currency technology that requires little capital, especially for the markets that are international. So this service, is very popular in Mexico and the Philippines, and in some of those countries where $500 is the average monthly income. They can actually participate in the FX1 technology and do $10 and $20 trades in the foreign currency marketplace, which is, amazing, because now you got people making, what they would make in a month, in a week with the FX1. And the way that part of our technology is set up is that we have 17 live trading sessions a week with our brokers, with our Wall Street brokers, and some of them in Spanish, some of them in English, some of them in Russian. And what a person would do if they're going to participate in the hands-on services is they would basically register for the particular trading session that they want to participate in, and they would do mirror match trades. So when our broker says buy, you buy. When they say sell, you sell. And that's basically how it works. Now, what I want you to do is make a note right here, as you can go to wealthgenerators.com/performance. That's wealthgenerators.com/performance. And it literally gives you a track record of the last 12 months of all of our services performance. Okay. And so we believe in transparency, so people can actually see that we're winning. If a person is participating in like the FX1, they're winning 65 to 70% of their trades every month. All right. Which is an amazing ratio. Okay. Now, this other one, FX Accelerator, it's another algorithm. It also works in Forex, but it's designed for long-term positions, such as 12, 18, 24-month positions in the marketplace. FX Builder is another Forex. It's designed for long-term as well, but it is also hands-on. Okay, so again, we got some automated systems and some hands-on systems as well. Now, this FX Equities, this is our domestic service. Okay, it is 100% automated. But this is service particular right here, trades US-based stocks, whether it's Google, Apple, Microsoft, or whatever, Now, it does require a larger deposit into the broker, somewhere between 2,500 and 5,000, but it's fully automated, okay? So it's kind of like Rise, but domestically, okay? And so what the equities does, it uses the same thing, artificial intelligence. It has great results as well. If you refer to the website I gave you, the wealthgenerators.com/performance, and take a look at the last 12 months of Rise, equities, you will see that it returned 298% for all of the customers that had a deposit into the WG equities. So if you had, $1,000 setting into that, which you would have to have more than that, but if you did, it would be 3,000. If you had 5,000 sitting into your equities broker account in 12 months, it would have been 15,000. So that technology returned close to 300% in the last rolling 12 months. And again, it's automated. So our idea is to show people how they could have these direct access to these services and have different parts of these services set up for them that's working automatically for those that work like the automated systems. And then we like to give people an opportunity that if they want to find a way that they can get more value for their time, then they can participate in our hands-on services and do mirror match trades with our brokers, right? Because that requires little competence. All they got to do is do a copycat and still get great results as if they were professionals, okay? And so that's what we call our all-in system. It also includes a service called WG Startup, which allows people to participate in startup companies and deposit a few dollars into different startup ideas, okay? And so those are our bundled services. Now, let me just kind of press forward. I just shared with you my personal results here. That's what that slide is about. This is a screenshot, if we were not doing it live, that I would typically share in the presentation. Here's another snapshot that we show the different technologies that are available to people as well and what the rate of returns are. And then we finish up with our keep. So the keep is designed to show people, okay, now that you found the money, now that you decided how you want to grow your money, now we want to show you how to keep it. So we have this technology, this app, actually software called Deductor Pro. It plugs right into your checking and savings account, keeps track of all your transactions, and it gives you an idea of your personal cash flow. And there's also a business tab. You can actually connect it to your business account, and it'll keep track of your business cash flow as well. And it also has all different types of tracking services involved in this as well. So it's really a complete solution from the find, from the grow to the keep as part of our program. Now let's go to the very end here. So that system, everything that I've just shared with you is what we call our all-in pack. Okay, so this means that a person wants to purchase everything that we have to offer. They want the WG Money, they want Rise, they want FX1 Accelerator. Everything we have to offer is called our all-in pack. Everything, okay? And that's typically on the affiliate side, like a person like myself who's full-time here in the company. That's pretty much what I lead with. And I fall back to the Rise only solution that we're going to be talking about in New Jersey. But I lead with this is to give the person the best of everything that we got to offer. So let's talk about the price. Oh, let me just share the alternative. Another concept real quick. So when we start talking about the value proposition to the marketplace, we know that people are typically used to traditional banking products, 401ks, IRAs, mutual funds, annuities. All of these types of products are returning profits on an annual basis. So if you look at your checking and savings account, you'll clearly see in the small print that you get 0.01% APR, right? Annual percentage rate. So that means you need 15,000 sitting in the bank, and you'll make $150 for the year with 15,000 sitting in the bank. Or the alternative is to give a person access to wealth generator systems and allow them to control going direct to market themselves and letting their money compound monthly. So the question would be to a person who's listening in, would you rather have your money compound annually, or would you rather have your money compound monthly? And it's obviously monthly, and that's one of the values to our systems. I drive that point home saying, hey, look, our objective is to cut out the middleman and reduce the excessive fees, put you in the driver's seat so you can have access to it yourself. And the best example is buying a car. If you're gonna buy a car, would you rather go to the dealership or to the wholesaler? of course, you'd rather go directly to the wholesaler and bypass the dealership so you don't have all of the expenses that are associated with that. All right. So the all-in pack is $279. Okay. So everything we have to offer, $279 is to get everything we have to offer. All right. Now it does have a $199 monthly fee after your first 30 days to maintain that system, which is your operating cost. Then we show people how they can get it for free. Because that's the next question. Okay, how can I eliminate my monthly fee? Well, all we got to do is show you how to get 3 referrals. So you get 3 people. It doesn't have to be in the first 30 days, but if it is, then you'll never see a monthly fee, obviously. But you refer 3 people to the all-in system, then yours is free moving forward. Okay, so therefore your monthly fee is totally waived, and you can utilize all of the services as you so choose, absolutely no cost to you. All right. Now then the other part is that on the affiliate side, which is the added benefit I think Dwayne said that you all have access to, this is where the power in our marketing plan comes in. So there's really 2 messages that I'm going to share with you today. Number 1 is that you're going to have customers that's going to make money just by utilizing the service, whether they just use the ride service a la carte by itself, or whether they buy the bundled service and utilize a multitude of those services. Just as a customer, they're going to make money. And so some folks will not be interested in the affiliate side whatsoever. That's okay. We still feel good that the customers are making money. However, the marketing side is very lucrative as well. And there's only 2 criteria that will allow you to open up the entire comp plan. Number 1 is 3 referrals. That's the first thing. You got 3 referrals and you get access to the entire comp plan. The second criteria is to accumulate what we call 400 points in personal volume. And obviously, when a person buys the all-in pack, you get 150 personal points. So if you get 3 referrals, you got 450 points. You are not qualified for the entire comp plan. There's no other metrics to jump through. And sometimes, you hear and see different presentations. You all have been around the block many a times. My last company, we used to brag and boast about having, 20 different ways you get paid. But at the end of the day, there's only 100 pennies in a dollar. So it doesn't matter how many times you split those 100 pennies up. The only thing you're doing is really creating more hoops for a person to jump through in order to get money out of the comp plan. Okay, it's only 100 pennies in a dollar. So with there being only 2 criteria to get access to the comp plan, it really simplifies things for people because they don't got to figure it out. You sign up 3 people and you get, those 3 people help you accumulate over 400 points. You're done. You got the whole comp plan available to you. And so what happens now is now you're into the team building exercise. So getting 3 is nothing new for anybody that's on the session today. So let me just jump right past that. So here's where the power really starts to come in. You build a team of 9. That's 9 people that says, yes, they're all in. So they have a subscription. Okay, that's a guaranteed $500 a month. No questions asked. 9 people, right? So that's basically $6,000 a year. And you got 9 people on your team. Now, in my last business, which was a travel company that Dwayne and I were partners in order to make $500 a month, you had to be what was called an international executive. You needed 15 personal recruits, and 3 of those recruits had to have 10. So you needed about 45 people to make $600 a month. Here you need 9, okay, which is amazing. But it gets better. You guys, have been around money as well, so I'm just going to jump through the chart real quick. A team of 27 pays a guaranteed $1,000 a month. A team of 67 pays a guaranteed $2,000 a month. This income is paid out on the 15th, on or before the 15th of every month. Here's the power of this comp plan, right? Look at this part right here. With no more than 40% coming from one leg. So what this simply means is you could have 2 power legs where you got 40% of your business coming from 2 organizations, which represent 80%, okay? And then the other 20% can be from your 3rd leg, and you're still getting paid in the comp plan. So a team of 167 is $4,500 a month, okay? A team of 333 is $9,000. Now, I know everybody on this session has probably built a team greater than 300 people, I know, or you probably wouldn't be on this session. But you're earning basically a guaranteed $9,000 a month with a team of 333, right? Very attractive. 667, 15,000, 1,300, 25,000. And then it keeps going up and up and up, as you can tell, right? So a lot of money here. Now, one of the great things about the marketing plan, and I'll close with this before I open up for any questions, is that typically, let me go back to this next slide real quick. So here, let me just kind of give you a couple examples. So let's just say, for instance, one of the best things about this part of the marketing plan is that every month I know what it's like to be first and 10 again. I was in a business selling legal plans, right? And to be a top executive in the company at that time, I had to sell 75 legal plans. And if I hit my mark, I was considered an executive. But on the first of the following month, I had to start over at 0 and sell another 75 legal plans. And so basically every 30 days, I was first and 10 again, okay? Which gets tiresome, all right? But with this marketing plan, this volume that's accumulated, you know, with the people that are coming on board, it actually accumulates, okay? And so let's say, for instance, if in October you brought on 10 people with the all-in pack, well, in November you brought on another, 10 people. So now you got a total of 20 people. You count the 10 from the previous month in the current month. They don't go away. So it's accumulating. And so what starts to happen is that you're dealing with a volume that's not flushing and going away every 30 days. So therefore, you're able to build a rock solid business without being first and 10 every calendar month, okay? And then the last thing I share before I open up for any questions is that the best part about the message that we're bringing to the marketplace is that, number one, you're going to eliminate the monthly fee one or two ways. One, by utilizing the services, or by two, getting 3 referrals. So one or the two will help you eliminate the monthly fee. And then think about this as affiliates. What happens, the best thing that we can provide a team member is an opportunity to close the back door when it comes to attrition. So I want you to think about how you can build a marketing team when there's little to nobody quitting. Why is there little to nobody quitting? Because who quits a business that they're making money in, right? So if they're using a service and they're using Rise and Rise is making money for them, they're not quitting. They're not going anywhere. And so that's the power of it, is that now the customers are making money by being a product of the product, so they're not quitting. And now as an affiliate, you build a marketing team that has extremely high retention because their service are working so well, right? And so that gives us an opportunity to have the best of both worlds with what we're doing, and that's why we're excited about it. And then today, as Dwayne indicated, we released another service that's hot in the market right now, crypto mining. So it gives us an opportunity to offer to the marketplace an opportunity that where a person can not just have cryptocurrency, but buy contracts that mine the cryptocurrencies. And that's what our technology does. So I'm not sure how much you want me to get into that today, Dwayne, but it is pretty amazing that we do have that. But I wanted to show people the message that we're going to talk about on the 28th with the no monthly fee. But I also want to give them an opportunity to see the full package on how we're, creating so much guaranteed income with a very, very small window.
Absolutely.
So with that, yep.
Like, first of all, awesome job. I do want you to share a little bit about the cryptocurrency and the mining. But before we do that, I want to make sure we feel a few questions, but I want everybody to know where I stand, what's going on with me, and why I'm showing this to them. First of all, we're only introducing the free program because my interest is not trying to get people to sell them on spending more money, even though they may or may not make money. But my interest is not getting them to spend more than they have to, unless that's what they choose to do. But more so bring us as a benefit, because I like the Rise program. I saw what it did for Mike, and I believe that people need to start saving some money. And the objective is to get them to earn some money, like on the bonus program with the TV and all that stuff. Take some of that money and save it. So that's the first thing. Second thing, Mike, if you can, my thoughts was this. My thoughts were everybody knows other people. So I don't want them to just jump right in the $200 monthly thing unless they had a few people that's going to do that. And so my question to you, Mike, is one, I know we're working out the numbers so that I can pay them off of that 126 one time. And that more so be like a one-time payoff, or payout, excuse me. But my question is, if they came across, if they're sharing with other people, that friends or family members that like this, and now let's say they have the free one, they got the Rise, but now they got 2 or 3 people that says, man, I kind of like this. I'm not no network marketer, but I do like to play in the markets, and I want to spend $100, $200. At that point, even though they're free, but if they got 3 people paying the $200, does that bump them up?
Yeah, that's a very, very powerful statement, and I'm glad you pointed it out. So what happens in our plan, Dwayne, is that a customer only enters the system as if just like an affiliate. They just don't have as the same access to the tools, right? But just in this example that you gave, I could join. I can go to your website. I could buy the Rise technology, no monthly fee, and I can just use the program, right? I can refer to my mom. My mom could, maybe she wants to go all in and buy some additional things. My mom would be able to go to my customer site, sign up, okay, and have a monthly fee herself, use whatever services she wants to use, and that person would count as one of my 3, even though I'm not upgraded just yet. So basically, I have an opportunity to go out and get my 3 ahead of time. And then when I do upgrade to the all-in pack, I won't have a monthly fee coming out because I've already put my 3 people in place. That's a great point, if that makes any sense. Hopefully everybody understood that. So great point for pointing that out, Dwayne. The second thing is, you said something that I want to reiterate, is that when people see their money working for them, they will upgrade themselves. I mean, not often do you get a chance to have a customer come back to you and upgrade on their own. And the best example is my girlfriend, Vanessa. She got her first Rise account in March. She put $700 in there. She liked how it was going. In June, she put another $1,000 in there because she liked how it was going. So she had $1,700 in there. And then she liked what was happening, and then just today is what's today? Today is Monday. So just Wednesday of last week, she put 5,000 in there. Okay, so she basically upgraded herself all the way through the process, and so now that that 6,700 will be making her somewhere between $300, $400, $500 a month, compounded every single month. But it took her some time to really see the product work. And she literally upgraded herself as a customer. And I didn't have to ask her to do it. She was like, hey, can I put more in? Boom, she did it. And as she did that, she basically was a customer that upgraded herself. Hopefully that answers what you're talking about, Dwayne.
Awesome. So yeah, you definitely did. And that's what I understood at the beginning. I just wanted to make sure we were clear, because my objective, even when we roll this out on the 28th, when we roll on the 28th, we're only rolling out the initial piece. The initial Rise, and more so as a benefit to the company. And then only this group, there's 21 people that got a personal invite. And I did that for a reason. And those 21 people are founders or investors or vendors of mine. And they will be the ones, if they choose to do this, they will be the ones come January when we unleash it, that can kind of share the story, so to speak. And I mean, but I definitely want to make sure, just because I definitely agree with you, because if I see people buying, obviously, you want to spend more money. But my next question is, I know what the Rise is, $500 to $1,500. Is that the lump sum investments? How can one put more money into $1,500?
Yeah. So if the person decides to go over the $1,500 mark, then they would need to upgrade to the next package. Okay. So the next package would be the what we call the Rise pack, right? So the one that we're talking about is called a trial program. That's why there's no monthly fee, and it has the $500 to $1,500 cap on it. But the next pack, which is the Rise pack, let me just pull it up for you guys real quick. Let's see here. Give me 1 second. I'm just going online. Let me share my screen. New screen share.
We see your screen showing.
Oh, it's good?
You're on the guarantee. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Okay. All right. All right. So I'm just going to the. I just went to my site here, and okay. So let's see what we got. Okay. So obviously we're going to talk about crypto in a second here, but let's just scroll down. Let's click on more. All right. So the program that we're rolling out is going to be this one right here at the end of the month. So this is the 500 to 1500 on deposit, 99 annual fee, points in the tree, no monthly fee. All right. So a person can put in anywhere from 500 to 1500 and kind of go from there. So if they want to go over the $1,500 mark, then they probably want to go to something like this, which is the Rise Pack. Now it's about $50 more, but it gives you a little bit more capacity. So it includes a couple of the other programs like the WG Money, the University, the Deductor, but now you can put in up to $50,000 in there, okay? And then you can keep working from there. Now, obviously, if a person wants to do that, then they would have a $149 monthly fee once they go over that. And that's how that program works. Now, there is one other part I want to show you. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Let's see. There's a tier program. Let me log in real quick. Dwayne, if you have any questions, you can go ahead and ask. I'm going to see if I can find this chart real quick that may show something better.
I want to open up to the group. If you guys, anybody that's on the line, got any questions thus far of what you saw, just unmute your line. It's a live meeting, so just unmute your line. You can ask your question.
Yeah, any questions is a great question, by the way, to definitely help me understand if you guys are tracking. Let's see. Products. I was trying to. There's a price tier, the one that I was going to try to pull up, but I don't know exactly where it is in the back office. But I'll send that to you. Where if a person is that they still want to do the standalone program, we have an opportunity for them to do that on a tier basis as well. Let's see. Documents. Any questions? Any questions while we're going through this?
Everybody's unmuted now. Any questions, guys?
Yeah, hello?
Yep, sir, I can hear you.
Yeah, James.
Okay. Question that I have is, if you started off on the basic plan, you was just going over that, and you started to continue to go over the upgrade at that time, or you have to already have that package in order to?
No, you can upgrade at that time. You don't have to upgrade prior to going over. You would actually upgrade on an as-needed basis when you were ready.
Thank you.
Great question. Appreciate that.
Anybody else? All right, cool. All right, Mike, you want to show that last piece, then we'll be done.
Okay. I want to see if I can get this video. So what am I showing? All right, so we want to go through some crypto stuff, right? Is that right?
Sorry, yeah, I was muted. Sorry, yeah, that's correct.
All right, give me a second. Let me get those slides up real quick. 1 second. 1 second, guys. Yeah.
I have a quick question for you.
Yes. Who is that?
This is Steve.
Hi, Steve.
Is this a product that's willable? If I wanted to put this into my will, if I can will it off to someone?
Yeah, it actually is. We have quite a few people that have set up trusts and people that executives of their estate that can basically maintain this service just as you stated. It absolutely is.
Okay, great. Thank you.
I am looking for this thing slides. All right, so I can't find my my slide deck. So let me just kind of share with you a couple of things on what we're doing as it relates to cryptocurrency. So obviously people are excited about what's happening with Bitcoin and all of those things. And so our approach is a little bit different. Again, we're a technology company, so we believe in giving people an opportunity to capitalize on the marketplace in a different way. So instead of just soliciting people to purchase the different crypto currency coins, whether it's Dash, whether it's Litecoin, whether it's Ethereum or what have you, our approach is say, look, we're going to share with you how you can purchase a mining contract, and our mining software utilizes an algorithm just like you saw with Rise. Okay, it utilizes an algorithm to go out and mine the most profitable digital currency on the marketplace. And so what happens now is that when you purchase a contract, it goes out there, it's mining the most profitable currency for you, and then what it's doing is it's taking that currency and depositing into your digital wallet daily. All right, and so you have the ability to buy 4 different types of contracts: a $500 contract, a $1,000 contract, $2,500 contract, and a $5,000 contract. And what those contracts represent, all of those contracts are for 1,200 days, all of them. Okay. The only difference is the amount of horsepower or amount of megahertz that they process in. So if a person buys a full contract for 5,000, that's equivalent to an entire machine, an entire server. We have server farms in Hong Kong and Iceland right now. I think I was talking to somebody a little earlier. The reason for that is the power and the cooling of those farms is a lot cheaper in Hong Kong and Iceland. So that's where our serving farms are. But anyway, if you want to buy a full service, 5,000, and it goes to work for you. And so our crypto service, it also works off a point system as well. And so as you share that particular service with people, whether they become affiliates or not, it absolutely doesn't matter. You can accumulate crypto points, and when you accumulate what's equivalent to 18 crypto points, you get a free contract, a free $500 contract. And so I think with a $5,000 contract, you get 6 points. A $2,500 contract, you get 3 points, and then 1,000 is 2, and $500 is 1. And so obviously you could tell that we're going to have so many people that's going to be building a network of customers that's only sharing the digital currency technology and having that make them money for them. And that's all they'll be participating in. They won't be a part of the affiliate or what have you, but they'll just be sharing the crypto technology with people, buying contracts, referring contracts, and multiplying contracts. And so, Dwayne, if you don't mind, I want to show that one slide that live account that I showed you the other day, where one of our teammates set up an account. The only thing I don't know is how many contracts he's got working against that account.
Sure,
But about 6 weeks ago, I had an opportunity to take a look at what I'm about to show you guys, and it had about 1.6 million dollars in it, right? And now that same account is sitting around 2 million and some change. But I wanted you to see what it looks like. I got to think about the last person I shared it with real quick. Give me a second. There we go. Okay. So, okay, here we go. Yep. Okay. Let me know if I need to blow this up at all, guys. You should be able to see.
But you're coming good. It's good.
Okay. All right. So this is an Ethereum chart and statistics. Oh, jeez. Hold on. Lost my track. Let me see. Okay, here we go. Okay. All right, so here we go. On this particular account, as I indicated, I had a chance to see this account 6 weeks ago when I was in Vegas visiting with one of the co-founders that put this platform together. You can tell that this account has over 7,100 Ethereum coins in it. Okay. I'll show you how long it's been mining in a second. But right now, Ethereum is trading at $321. I think the last time we did this webinar, Dwayne, it was trading at $303. But nevertheless, with 7,000 coins, you can tell that this account has $2.2 million in it as we speak. And 6 weeks ago, it was about 1.2. So it increased over $1 million in 6 weeks. And so the value of what we're doing is that we're literally putting this technology in the hands of people, saying, look, what you really want to be doing is mining coins. And we're showing you how to do that with what we're doing. So this is one of our, this is a live account, by the way. So you can see all of the different transactions that are happening against the blockchain. The last update was 1 hour and 34 minutes ago. And you know, all of this stuff. I don't understand all of it myself, but if you're familiar with it, then I'm pretty sure this may make some sense to you as well. But this is just one example. So our strategy for sharing with people on the crypto side is that whether a person can afford a $500 contract or a $1,000 contract, our objective is to show them how to, once again, how to set up an asset that's going to make them money for them daily on autopilot. Because once you buy the contract and set it up, there's nothing else to do. The technology does it on its own. And then ultimately what you want to have happen is that you want to have 2 contracts and 3 contracts and 4 contracts that are overlapping each other, compounding every month, putting this digital currency in your wallet every day. Okay. And so we actually have what I call a 3-point system to $1 million, where between the services that you saw with the Forex and the Rise and the crypto, along with the marketing plan, we really have a 3-point system to $1 million in 24-month game plan is what we have. And so that will be something that we'll be probably talking about offline, so you can see some of the real numbers on how we intend on doing that. But literally it's 24 months to $1 million between our crypto service, our Rise technology, the combination of our marketing plan, and two of our other services as well. So I just kind of want you to see a snapshot of a real account that's mining right now as we speak. And this is what we're going to be delivering at some point, because again, this one doesn't have a monthly fee either. Once you pay the setup fee, let's flash over real quick. Excuse me, let's see here. Oh, okay, I'm in the right place. So once you go back here, once you pay this setup fee, this $99 setup fee, the only thing left is to buy a contract. So there's no monthly fee tied to that whatsoever. and it's off to the races. And so that's my quick summary, Dwayne, on how we're approaching the crypto mining.
With the mining, is there a minimum and maximum?
Yeah, so the smallest contract you can purchase is $500, and the largest contract you can purchase is $5,000.
What's the difference between the two? Other than
Yeah, it's the processing power. So the $5,000 is a whole server, and I think it gives you somewhere between 115 and 120 megahertz of processing power. So it's a full server that you have access to, and the serial number as well. And then obviously half of that would be the $2,500, and then half of that would be the $1,000, and then a quarter of that would be the $500.
That allows them to process more coins.
And how do you track? How do you get to see how your money is progressing?
Yeah, in your daily wallet, you'll see a ledger. You'll see a ledger of exactly what is dumping in there every single day.
Got it.
Yep.
Anybody got any questions? Will we close out? Any questions?
Oh, one more thing, Dwayne, along the same lines. You asked about the customer part, how a person can do the no monthly fee rise program and refer to other people who may want to do some of the additional services. That same approach works on the affiliate side as well, Dwayne. So a person can actually pay the one-time $50 affiliate fee, go out there and share everything we have to offer, obviously through your platform, and still get people on board. And then when they have their 3, they can actually upgrade at that time, and they won't have a monthly fee after 30 days. So it works the same way on the affiliate side as it does the customer side as well.
Excellent.
Okay.
Well, Mike, I want to thank you for taking the time out, the schedule, to share this information. Hopefully you guys see it. Anybody got any last questions before we end the call?
So, but eventually I started working with you. I used to create all the questions on my show.
Well, if nobody has no questions, I want to thank you guys for logging on. Mike, we'll see you on the 28th.
Yep, I'll be right up there. Look forward to seeing a couple of you guys. Thank you.
All right, Reverend. Everybody have a good night. Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
That way, so I know. How many hours you be drinking a day? That's an excess thing. That's excess. It's not excess.